We'll put the name in yellow. Alright, what should we name this rocket?
No.
Star Penis. Done! There it is! The SS Star Penis. It looks like it was made by Buzz Lightyear.
Oh yeah, it does.
What a hideous rocket. Okay, let's go get in. I'd like to leave the planet, please. On the Star Penis.
Here.
I hit the elevator. Look, I'm going up. I'm leaving this ocean world behind. Are you alright? Oh shit! No! No! Somebody just killed that Patches! He's at the roof! Oh, what happened? Oh god! Yeah, that's not good. This is bad. This is real bad. I don't want to die and lose all the... Emergency. How do I do it? Cannot be called during crisis. Fuck. I know it's orange. What do you got? Alright, listen up. Okay, I don't know who reported, I don't know where they found the body, but I can confirm that Dan popped out of a vent electrical.
I definitely did not. I just didn't.
You absolutely fucking did.
Nope. I was.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Doctrzombie live stream. It looked like the clip thing was a bit fucked up there. Like it was showing the first millisecond of a different clip and then skipping to a totally different one. I don't know what's going on there. I blame the internet. It's the internet's fault. It always is. It always has been. Hello again. Welcome back to another Doctrzombie live stream. I said that part already, but I'm saying it again because I'm going to play some Satisfactory. I'm just, I'm so burnt. I'm so burnt out. I wish I was burnt the other way. Life was so difficult the last month. Just so busy, you know? But fortunately, work was super easy. So I could get over the difficulties with life by having a fairly relaxing workday. Is this good? Maybe I just... That's alright. Now, life is better. Life is relaxing a bit, calming down. Not so many kids' activities. But work has ramped up real fast. Real fucking fast. This is almost empty again. Maybe half full. So I'm going to be real busy the next week. I have tomorrow off. But Monday and Tuesday, I'm probably going to be working till 8 p.m. Both days. Very busy stuff going on. All right, I moved a bit, and then I was like too high. I think I'm good here. Welcome back. This is Satisfactory. This is my factory. Up there's the orbital platform, and in that direction is my space elevator that goes up to it. Excuse me. Random yawn coming out of nowhere. I am close to the end. You'll see behind my head here. I'm completing phase 4. I think that's the last phase. I think this is it, and I'm done. I've completed all the quests to get parts. The stuff I'm producing here is fucking complicated as balls, and it requires materials that I have to get from all over the damn planet. But I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. But what I need now, this is a great question. I don't actually know what I need now. I've got 4 hard drives. I should probably go cram one in the research bench. Real quick. Let me just head back to base and show you what I'm working on, what the last pieces of the puzzle are looking like. It's a mess. But weirdly enough, so weird, I want to finish this game so badly so that I can start over and play again. And try to do it slightly better now that I know a little bit, now that I've learned from my mistakes and all the spaghetti that dots the landscape and dying from radiation and... Oh, wait, I think I need some of these things. Hold on. Yeet! Exiting the elevator. I believe I need some of these bitches. And let me put that in there, yeah. Okay, what's probably smart to do is, create a little splitter here and a dimensional depot. I can make 7 more of these with the materials I have on hand. And then funnel these into the depot, giving me a constant, never-ending supply of these modular frames. They're coming in and out at the same speed here. There. Now they're going to move even faster. Yes, so that will load them into my dimensional storage. As you can see, it's loading up. I can hold 150. Alright, great. Back to the base for other things. I could have taken the pipe. Pipe would have been faster. Oh well, it's fine. This way you'll get a bird's eye view. It looks like a goddamn city, doesn't it? Oh, man. Beautiful at nighttime. Looks great. Here's my railroad that I completely abandoned the entire concept of. I was like, absolutely not doing that. I'd love to do that, but it's so fucking, like, it's so much. I don't even know where I would, I don't know. I like spaghetti tubes running all over the fucking place, conveyor belts delivering my pieces to where they need to be. Alright, so, as you know, I gotta drop off the last pieces to the space elevator, and the pieces that I'm working on right now, I'm not gonna make it up there. I'm going to run out of fuel. Okay, not smart. Terrible. At least I didn't hurt myself. Okay. Let me, can I take this ladder? Oh, absolutely. Much easier this way. Let me show you what I've got here. These machines here are either producing the components for, or producing the actual bits needed for the big, elevator. Like this line here, this big empty... Hold on. Thought I was moving a bit quicker. This thing here produces one of the 2 components that I'm currently making out of these 4. The ones directly behind my head. Here. But it does so quite slowly. Because in addition to needing a bunch of time to produce the bit, they also need stuff that I don't apparently have enough of. In fact, I don't think I have any fused modular frames going into this bitch at the moment. Which is a shame, because I need those. Shit. Alright, I gotta go find where I'm making fused modular frames. What are you missing? Copper sheets! Alright, I've got some of those I can put in there. But I should be making a ton of copper sheets. Why has copper sheet production stopped? It's not exactly fucking rocket science. It's easy. Let me head down this way and see why my copper sheet production has dropped off. Okay. The copper sheets that I was sending up there come from this device, this storage container here, which is empty, which is being fed by this, which isn't getting the ingots it needs, which should be coming from this, which is being routed all over the fucking place. I clearly need to have more copper ingots. That's my problem right there. Well, let's get some of these power shards out. I got 43. We're gonna go ahead and load them up. Alright, that's 1. I've got several of these bastards. Alright, these three are now overclocked. But I'm willing to bet I could probably squeeze a few more smelters around here and still have a boundless supply of copper ore. This isn't even overclocked. Is this a miner Mark III? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so let me help out a little here. Faster conveyor belts. Alright, ore's moving as quick as it possibly can at this point. From every location I can currently see. So, let's route some of it back this way. And do a little splitter. And add a couple smelters. Who knew I was going to run out of copper? This game is ADHD, the game, by the way. Holy shit, I don't have any iron rods? Oh my god. Well, I know what I'm going after next. Fuck. Iron rods. I'm pretty sure I've got a solid supply of those somewhere nearby. Yeah, here we go. Look at this fucking slow-ass machine. Hasn't been upgraded since the Stone Age. Let's put some of those in my interdimensional pooch. A lot of these yeah, full on that. There we go, I can make those. Full on that. Alright. Look at this. Got plenty of this aluminum sheeting now, and that too is automatically going into my interdimensional pooch. So any upgrades I can do here, just good. Even if they don't actually work very well because the whole line needs to be upgraded for them to be fully efficient. Okay. It's probably not worth doing that way over there. Alright. I got my rods. Giggity. Now, let me connect the smelters. Okay. Copper ingots. And we will put a merger here. Link these bad boys to it. And then run the copper ingots back. And connect them to the already existing opening. Perfect. Alright. There, we got a few more ingots per tick, which are now being funneled together in a much faster rate, and then distributed throughout the system. This one here can't even make more because it's filled up. I would like to, if I can, merge it in here again. Well, what I really want to do is make sure that it goes directly to making copper sheeting. Which is down here. Fucking stupid. There we go. Down here, right? That makes the sheets, yep. So I want to make sure that it gets in here. Okay, so let's follow this route back. That's a splitter. Yeah, so it does come through here. Okay. I just need a farkle load of that. There. Alright, there we go. Another machine producing ingots for this. And that is getting distributed all over the goddamn place. Where are all these going? Ah, yes. Copper powder. And I do need a lot of it. That is needed for one of my big important pieces. One of these loop-de-loops here. Needs a shit ton of copper powder. In fact, it's still slow. Copper seems to be holding me up in a lot of ways. Maybe adding just a few was not enough. Perhaps I need like 100 fucking copper smelteries. Hey, Dirty D, it's going good. I'm not making enough copper. It's the problem that I'm having. And so I guess I'm just gonna fucking do a lot of that. Those are the two I just added. I could overclock them, but I'm kind of trying to keep my my boosts. No, well, fuck it. All right, it's working a little better. I will upgrade it next, but first I want to plug in one of these hard drives because that takes like 10 minutes to decrypt. Hard drive library. Can I maybe? Oh, here it is. All right, 10 minutes. Let's load up on fucking copper. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, it's fine. This might actually be emptying faster. It is emptying faster than we can fill it. Okay. Crazy. However, it's also coming in through here. I know this is dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, wait. No, that goes the opposite. Okay, my bad. No, that is really dumb. That was real dumb. Alright, well, what is this copper ore going to? Because it's clearly not running. A fuck ton of smelters over here. Okay, smelters are backed up because they're going... Ah! Oh, yes, of course. Alright, I know what this is. And, wow, do I have a lot of copper. This is producing my aluminum sheeting. However, the aluminum ingot supply has dried the fuck up. Like, nothing's coming. So why is that? Because that's going to hurt me real quick, because that's where I'm getting my permanent supply of upgradable bits. Oh, okay, look, there's 4. Wow. Alright, so it's not completely off, but it has slowed down a lot. See, here I am. I'm like, oh, I need more copper ingots. And what do? I get completely distracted, and I go to figure out why my aluminum supply has dried up. Good shit, bitches. ADHD, the game. 10 out of 10. Best game I ever got for free. Got for free on Keymailer, man. Holy shit, that was... Fuck off. What a deal. SM, yep. There it is. Okay. here's the aluminum works. I built this building, try to make it neat and nice looking. I mean, it still looks a little wild, at least at the top, but overall, this is how things should look. If I can make them look like this all the time, fuck. Be amazing. Alright, so this is the aluminum works. I can already see the problem is not inside, it is outside. The bags of, I believe this is silicon, are not coming in fast enough. Fuck. Alright. So, to fix the problem that I found while looking for the problem that I found, I need to go and fix this problem that I found. This is what's taking me forever to get these last 4 pieces. So, silicon. That's something I can fix. There's a couple ways to fix it. First, I'd like to see where my source is. See if I can just reinforce that to make constantly pumping out this way. Oh, hey. Free nuts. Everybody loves a free nut. Ugh. I think the next time I play this game, I would like to play it co-op. I don't know. I have a friend who said that they would play with me, and I was like, yes, I would love to. However, it would be even cooler if I could get like a little group. Like 4 or 5 of us playing together. Building factories and shit. I really need to organize some of these items and get them out of my fucking inventory. Some of these I could probably just toss, like these stators. I don't need that shit. That's fucking steel ingots. Do I have a dump box somewhere? Sure I do, I just don't know where. There it is. This is the source of my silicon, and the reason it's so slow is I have one thing processing it. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump what I have in here, because I think I don't need it much in my hands anyway. So, obvious solution. We've got a ton of the resources coming in. Let's build a few more constructors. In fact, let's make this nice and neat. Although the hills are coming up over here, so I may have to do a little ramp. Okay. We are going to split that there, and then split it again here. That one into this. Constructors. Let's get as many here as we can reasonably squeeze. I may even build it out a bit further. Yeah, because that's a nice 3. Okay, let's start these off and then build a few more. Merge. And then I'm just gonna merge that here, even though we have a second layer we could use. I think these will probably not be coming in so fast that it'll clog up. Okay. Alright. Yep, even after the initial backlog has gone through, we can still do a lot more. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna. Foundations. Okay. Constructors. Okay, and then connect that to there. We'll set it first. Okay, we'll bring the resources over from... I think I've used them all, actually. No worries. Split from here. And then a splitter here. You go into that. You go direct to there. Is this easy to build stuff? Yeah, I'd be building shit all day. If it was this easy. Oh my god. I'd be an inventor. Alright, merge. We'll merge here. And then... here. And then our output is going to make a nice little curve here. And then we're going to run it into the second level. Boom. All right. Ooh, and our hard drive is done. Just as we've completed, significantly improving, at least, our silicon output. Now, my only concern is that eventually the backlog of crystals might dry up. Are these filling up, or are these just barely making it happen? They're filling up. Okay. Probably... yeah, I can speed this up a bit. Okay, hold on. Let's improve the distribution for the crystals. The more that come down this hill on these conveyor belts, the better. But I gotta go all the way back to the source. Oop. Which I think is gonna be a bit of a trip. Holy shit, look at this. You know what this is? Copper ore. Unused copper ore. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna come back for that. I'm gonna go ahead and link that up to a bunch of smelters and funnel a fuck ton of copper ingots back to base. Alright. I don't think I'm going to go all the way back to the input of these crystals. Oh yeah, because that's going to take me down one hell of a rabbit hole. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Alright. This is as good as it's going to get. It will not be efficient going into this storage container up here, but the storage container is full, so as long as the output is backed up like this, meaning that they're not moving at all, that means that one's filling up while this one's emptying. So we're going to be okay. Nice! Yes, exactly. See? Forethought. I planned ahead. This copper, let me just check on that bitch. It's one mine. It is a Mark 1. So let's upgrade that. Mark III. There. That way, we'll get lots more copper at a speed that is needed for our, what will be our massive copper smeltery. And we're going to run it along the back here where it's not in the fucking way so much. Now, you might be looking at this. This here is clearly iron. This is an iron factory, iron ore. That looks like it is completely stopped running, and the reason is because the iron has turned into steel. We've combined it with something. Coal. Iron and coal together to make steel. That steel turned into ingots. Those ingots turned into beams. Those beams combined with concrete to be encased industrial beams. And those have filled up this thing here where I could come and pick it up, and I don't need it anymore. I've outgrown these cased industrial beams. In fact, I have so many here. Fucking hell. I'm just going to do this. This is fucking silly. I'm just going to build another container here. And run this one into that one. Mainly so that I can drop off what I've got in my inventory here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. There. Oh my god. I still have a bunch more. There. 200 should be enough. If it's not, well, I've got a bunch of backups anyway. Alright. There, that'll start all that running again, even though it's not necessary. Not needed for anything. Copper. Pay attention. Stop getting distracted. Here's another iron area. Oh, here's one of my dumping spots. First, let's see if I need any of these. Oh, look at that, I do. Holy shit. There are more crap I can get rid of. Not those. Great. Okay. Stuff that I don't need to be holding on to. The steel beams, I've got plenty of those. I don't need plastic. Apparently I don't need that. And these stators, I don't need those. Everything else, I either have a small amount, so I might need them, or I can get rid of the raw quartz crystals, too, and some of those. Alright, that gave me a lot more space. Alright. Let's do this. Can't go that high. I hear a slug nearby. I don't know if it's below me or in the tree or what. Not gonna worry about it. 5. I will miss having this fucking jetpack when I start a new game. I'm gonna be stuck on the ground and sad. Being unable to just, like, fly up into the fucking air like this. Peek at the top of mountains. See if there's anything up here. Oh, shit. Oh, Minecraft physics, it's fine. Just blew up everything else that was hiding a slug or whatever underneath, and that one I just decided not to blow up. Okay, I think that is another iron area, but it might be copper, I'm not sure. I'm reasonably certain that's iron, and my copper is way back over there. So. Hello, what are you? whatever that is, I also haven't used it. Let me check. I tagged it and didn't even power it. It looks like it's just the limestone. Yeah, I don't even need that. Okay. Ignored. I better use these. Yep, iron. Okay. All right, we are basically back. Yes, right down there is my initial copper mine. So what I want to do is feed this new copper line into it. That's confusing, but all right, not going to worry about it. There. Okay. Now, the copper is extended, so I'm getting 2 mines essentially running through it, which will make sure that this fills up instead of drains. Now, that's not enough, because we had a full supply, we're just still not making enough copper ingots. So what I want to do is take half of that output and run it to a bunch more smelters over here. So, let's get the splitter. Let's drop it down here. And then let's build ourselves a little factory base. Let's grab these first. Here seems like it's an okay spot. Alright, foundation. Okay, that's the right length. All right. In fact, I think it might just be smart to take that away. Go from there to there. Production! Schmelting! Schmelting. Let's try to line them up here. Is there a quicker way to do this? There probably is. There's probably a way to just like automatically line up a shit ton of them and drop them down. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just too dumb. Too dumb to know what it is. Alright. That might be all we can actually use. Splitters. Yeah. I'm gonna have to delete that one again. There. What? Oh, because I'm out of sheets. Because it's not making enough sheets. I provided it with more silicon. It's gonna take a while. That's okay. How do I change this? It's E? Yes. We'll use the not quite as good number 4s. And then we'll slap down a couple more splitters. I do believe I missed that one. It's alright. I'll just go back from here. Okay. Power pole. Perfect. And then these boys are going to have to merge. I keep forgetting. I'm out of these. Okay. Which I think I might need another one here. Alright. All of these will be exporting out this way, which I'm going to drop into a storage bank. And then I'll run that out where it needs to go. Now, they've got power, they've got input, they just need to be set to make copper. Okay. Say, now, that copper has slowed down significantly now, hasn't it? After all that, now I'm getting a trickle. Fuck. I'm gonna have to find another mine and link it. Alright, well, at least these are going to kind of alleviate the problem. Not very much until I get my full copper ore supply. Shit. Alright, well, that's okay. We're gonna bring it over here. We're going to make a conveyor belt lift to bring it down there. I got to switch the mode. Connect it to that. That'll elevator it down here nice and easy. And then we just put it in there. Alrighty. A brief trickle of extra copper bars, and then it'll slow down to a crawl. I mean, it's not a bad trickle. It's actually filled up whatever the needs were over there. Okay. Not too bad, but it is running out. There it goes. That's the last of them. Okay. Now we gotta figure out what the fuck the ore problem is again. All this for a couple of copper sheets, which God only knows if they're being made. How to filter some of that copper directly into sheets that then supply my end game. Alright, alright, I got a couple other ideas here, but let's go find out. I don't even think there's anything to be done. I think this is the speed at which the copper is being produced. I could throw a couple of boosters in it, which I may do. But the better thing to do would be to find 1 or 2 more copper veins that are not used properly, either underutilized or untapped, and see if I can get a little juice out of them. Alright. Almost there. Crystals are still holding good. This bad boy, however, is working as hard as he can. Alright. Let's up that to the max. There we go. It's now producing 2.5 times the amount that it was before. Here's the real question. Copper ore. Obviously, there's that one right there, 46 meters away. Where's the next nearest one? 600 meters this way, 700 meters that way. Alright, let's see how used these mines are. I've tapped them, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm using them efficiently or even using them at all. So we'll find out. Oh, interesting. Have I been down there? Almost certainly. Pretty sure I have. Alright, we're getting close to where the copper should be. Aha! Here it is. Alright, this is a miner Mark II. So we're going to upgrade that right off the bat. Quick way to get a boost out of it. It is combined with the other copper mine into this. So we've got a feed from 2 filling this bitch up, and it's dead slow. So whatever is using it, I mean, hell, we got copper ingots coming out here unused as well. This one here is backed up as well. I think there's 2 copper mines feeding this. So this is where all of our copper is right now that we're not using. Oh yeah, look at this. I bet this is another Mark II. We're going to upgrade that and that. And they are all ground to a halt. And we're going to find out if we can tap into that and send it on its merry way. Alright, so we got one that's going that way, feeding this monstrosity of smelters, which have fed into this, and then barely needed, not needed, whatever useful tool, fuck me, they're just basically stopped. So what I want to do is I want to take some of the completed product, maybe? I mean, I need it, right? I need something. I can either bring the ore, or I can, I have the setup over there. I might as well bring the ore. I'll bring the ingots later. I'll do both. Alright. Here's the biggest ore supply. Okay. And I believe this is a splitter? Or is this a merger? This is a merger. Right? Yeah, it's a merger. Okay. Let's split in front of that. Okay. Alright, we've got a new copper output. Shit. I don't think I'm getting any aluminum fucking sheets. Okay, we're gonna run it up along the wall here, I guess. Stay on the outside. I like it better out there. It just looks nicer. Okay. I don't even need to go all the way back. Although the farther I go, the better, I think. We'll head up the hill and attach it wherever my copper line is running. Alright, here she is. And we'll merge these together. Bingo bango. Alright, that should flood this thing with copper for a while. But not necessarily permanently. But it'll be a damn long time before that runs out. Alright, in fact, because I'm out of the aluminum sheeting that I want so bad, now that that's fixed, that should provide me with lots of copper that then goes into my system. We'll see if that fixes the problem while I go back to address the issues at the primary copper supply, or aluminum supply. The aluminum works. Yummy copper. It's delicious. These bitches. I bet they're slow because, well, I mean, yeah, it's fine. So tomorrow is my birthday. That's right. I am taking tomorrow off work. I am getting a year older and not any wiser, just older. More parts broken. More expired warranties. But that's why I'm taking tomorrow off, and we're gonna do a family fun day. See, I got the fucking... These are coming through. That seems reasonably quick. Where we've, like... We decided to... Each of us, of the family members, wrote down on a piece of paper... Well, we came up with, and my wife wrote it on a piece of paper. A fun activity to do. Actually, 2 fun activities to do. A place to go eat lunch or dinner, depending on the time, but I believe it'll be lunch. And a sweet treat to get. And then we did a little game where we eliminated everything until we got 2 fun things, 1 sweet treat, 1 place to go to eat. So we're going to go to Hardee's, the fast food burger place. That was what wound up being picked. One of my sons picked that as their... desired location for lunch. We're going to go to a place called Sweet Frog for dessert. That is a frozen yogurt place where you get to mix and match your own ingredients and make your own little frozen yogurt sundae. Yeah, thanks, Dirty. Happy birthday in England already. And we're going to go to one of the local zoos, go to see a zoo, look at animals, which I enjoy, so I'm glad that got picked. Was not my pick, though. I had some other stuff. And then we are going to play mini golf. Honestly, mini golf and the zoo are things that I have done on my birthday before. So I'm pretty excited about those. Those are fun. But we had some other options that did not get picked. All right. The aluminum works, the top level. This is the problem, right? Silica. Still not getting enough. These would be running way faster if I was getting the appropriate amount of silica. There's a couple places you get silica. A couple things that produce it. I don't think there's going to be any quartz nearby. Otherwise, it might be smart to tap a new source of quartz and drag it over here. Technically, refining bauxite with water produces silica. Yeah. Oh, there's an untapped one. Oh, you know what, though? Fucking even further. That's probably in the same cave as the one that is tapped, and that has been working for me. Like, I don't need more silica. Or, sorry, more quartz. Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good day. And most importantly, I don't have to go to work. When it's all done, come home, and I've got D&D tomorrow night as well. Or no, I'm sorry. That's actually not tomorrow night. That's Saturday. So tomorrow night would end probably with a herbal gummy and some TV with the wife, which is also a great way to end a birthday. Alright, silica dried up. No, it didn't dry up. I improved it, and it's certainly a lot quicker, but it's still way too slow. Do I have any of these aluminum sheets? No, I still have only one. Something must be happening over there, because it's not producing any, even though I am making aluminum. Must be going somewhere else, or I don't fucking know. Alright, yeet. Alright, here we go. Look at this. Tons of crystals. Just not making enough silica. Right? These are all running as fast as they can go. Well, I mean, I could boost them, but I don't want to spend power shards. I'd rather make even more constructors. You know? So, because power shards, they're a little harder to come by. Whereas constructors are, like, some of the earliest things you can build in the game, and therefore I've got plenty of materials. Alright, once again, constructors. Okay. Let's put down what I need. Looks like we got 5 new ones. And let's build our mergers. Go. Pump it right up to the front line there. I just need to get more crystals. Splitters. Put one, I don't know, there. And here. This can run to that. That can run here. This to here. That to there. 2 more to go. I need 1 more splitter. Into you. Out to you and you. Into there. 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 And there. Actually, I have an extra port there, but that's okay. Alright. 5 more things producing silica. All merging together. It's still not filling the line, but honestly, I could be here all night. Up here, it's getting pretty close. Like, you get a nice long train of it every couple of seconds, you know? But shit. It's gotta be that way, you know? There's only so much we could do. That's my fucking copper linked up. That's definitely backed up good now. That is maxed. Alright. Let's find out what the hell's wrong at my home base. No, actually... Yes, no, it is the home base. Why I'm not getting aluminum sheeting. Alright, the aluminum's coming down the line. It's all going to that, which I need. Granted, I need these aluminum casings. They're fucking important. I'll also take these fucking back, because, you know, definitely don't need to be powering up these bitches. Alright. So, problem is it's all going to the top. These would have to be so fully prepped that it backed up to here before it would start coming out the bottom. I could switch it by turning that off, and then they'll come out the bottom and be distributed there. But even that is just so fucking slow. It might be a bit backed up with the lack of silica, or, you know, alternatively, it's gonna be slow forever. Okay, let me grab some more of these nuts, and at least now I should eventually be getting some sheets. Alright. Problem is, I've just effectively cut off the supply of one or both of the final production lines, because I think they both require aluminum casings, and now I'm only producing sheeting, which is also getting used for something. Otherwise, this whole line would be backed up. Just not sure exactly where it's going. Oh, it's blacked up here, though. Aha! They're going in these heat sinks. Meow. Alright, and heat sinks, of course, are being distributed to these two bad boys here. I'll just dump what I have in this one so I can get working on cooling systems. Yep. And this bitch still needs those modular frames that I haven't provided because I'm a douche. Oh, fuck. Am I making fused modular frames anywhere? I gotta be making them somewhere, right? What are these? Heavy modular frames. Okay, they're going in here. This is making fused modular frames. But it needs aluminum casing, which I just fucking shut off. And it's also fully using that shit on these guys for pressure conversion cubes. Radio control units have stopped. I have a weird feeling the radio control unit is coming out of... oh, it's this, which also needs aluminum casing. They need so much aluminum casing. I gotta find a way to make, like, a bajillion aluminum at once. That tiny one aluminum works is not fucking enough. I can take these away, though. I'm not gonna need to overclock these bitches. This is my problem, man. It's so hard, Dirty D. I'm not talking about my dick. Alright, wow. Okay, that's the thing, right? This guy's making the fused modular frames. But I need so many of them! I don't see a way... Oh, wait, is that already provided? It is already provided. What am I not providing? I've got cooling systems and modular engines. Turbo motors. I'm not providing turbo motors to this. I have modular frames that are just not being built fast enough. Is anyone making turbo motors? Radio control units. Those are both making radio control units. You're making the fused modular frames. You are making cooling systems. Nobody's making turbo motors. Oop. What just happened there? Is that weird? There we go. Turbo motors are produced in the manufacturer. The stuff that goes into them is pretty basic, except it needs radio control units and cooling systems. Manufacturer. Alright, this bad boy here is going to... Yeah, I've got 35 of these now. Yippee. I don't have quite enough to get there, do I? Oh no, it's actually too long. Alright, there we go. That will eventually be supplying that with what it needs. Oh my god, I'm out of cables? Cables! Oh, fuck. Okay. Great. Hi, you make cooling systems? Cool, I need those. Splitter? Oh my god, I don't have what I need to make these anymore, do I? I need cables for that. Fuck! Alright, I gotta go get cables. Basic bitch-ass cables. It's alright, they're down here. Is this, Yeah, it's still got a bunch of junk in it, none of which I actually need to be processing, so not gonna worry about that. Ooh. Alright, cables I'm making. Cables I've got. Look, here they are. Check it. I got cables. I'm gonna put some in my magic space bitch pocket. Alright. I could pipe the cables directly into an extra-dimensional vortex so that I will never run out of cables again. It's not a bad idea. Except that I'm putting everything in there and I'm running out of these orb thingies. Oh shit, I need to collect my hard drive. There. Now cables will automatically filter into that and be put into the storage. Hard drive! What did we earn? Alright, I can either get an iron alloy ingot by combining iron and copper into 15 iron, or wet concrete. Turn limestone with water in the refinery to get concrete. None of these are usable. Or important for me anyway. But I can rescan it usable once. Does that mean it takes another 10 minutes? Nope. Coke steel ingot, iron and petroleum coke, which is made from residue of heavy oil into steel. Or... Yes! Fuck! This is so useful! A pure aluminum ingot. I don't need silica anymore. I can just take scrap and turn it into an ingot at a smelter. Yes, yes, fuck, yes! Alright, let's get another hard drive scanned and go fix my aluminum problems permanently. I don't even need the silica. Fuck. Let's take the tube. Oh, I'm so fucking jazzed about this. I have so much of that scrap. I got scrap coming out my ears. I'm glad I rescanned that bitch. Alright. The amount of smelters I need and the amount of scrap I need to move means that this tiny little building here is not going to cut it. It's already several stories high and filled to the gills on every floor. I'll give you a little tour. It'll be fun, right? You guys kind of like that. So I've got a couple of these little doors on each little floor here. So we got this wall here is for inputs, and we're getting our bauxite. That's where we get our aluminum. And we're also getting some water. And the bauxite and the water come in to these 3 refineries, which turn it into alumina solution and silica. Now, I notice it's idle. I think that's because we have too much alumina solution, which is going to slow down our entire fucking thing. So I can flush just this to get it back working again. Or I can try to find out why it's not being used up. So let's take a look upstairs. My stairs start at the ladder here, actually. Ladder go up. Okay, and we go around the corridor. I got a little window looking down at my refineries there. Bonk. Alright, this is floor 2. Now, here's where the alumina solution... I'm sorry, still water? Alumina solution goes... This is the output. Goes in, coal goes in, out comes the aluminum scrap and water. Now, water can't come out. I'm overfull of water. So that's not running because this water tank here and the pipe network it's connected to is so full of water that it's refusing to pump. So I'm going to dump the full network. Alright. Now, that will cause a bit of a backup downstairs because it needs water to run, but we've got enough of this alumina solution here that these are going to keep running, producing water. The water pumps are going to run. It'll be fine. We're at least moving again. So, in here, tons of this shit, right? This is what we need. This stuff here is what I'm going to be using to make ingots. That's all that happens on this floor. We've just got the alumina solution coming up. The silica is just going right up to higher floors. And coal is coming in. I bet this is full of coal, too. Yep, almost full. Almost completely full. Alright. Out the door. Up the steps to the top floor. This is probably not the greatest. Can I maybe just put a little... there we go. Oh, let's put a railing. There we go. Alright, top section. This is all the silica we're creating, right? That's from the improvements we made, but it's still fully used. It's completely used up because we needed silica and the aluminum scrap to make aluminum ingots. But we don't anymore. We don't need that shit anymore. Now we're going to be filtering off the scrap that has come in here, completely full as well, in addition to the one below. And we're going to send it into a totally different area. And what I'd like to do, instead of building it here in this area, I'd like to move it closer to... I'd like to move it, like, down there. And I think, instead of taking it here, I'm going to siphon it off in this room. Okay. Right after this guy. The question is... Oh, no, I don't even need to, because I've got the top one here, top shelf. So, let's get rid of that wall. Replace it with a conveyor wall. Link that to it. And itch my ear, because it's itchy. Alright, we're going to run that into another elevator. Conveyor lift. Bada bing, bada boom. I now have 500 sheets, so it's putting out lots. But I've, of course, handicapped myself with the other thing I need. Anyway, we'll take this over here. Okay. Let's build a foundation. All right. Here they are. They're coming in from there. Perfect. Let's start with splitters, because we're going to want quite a few of these smelters. Hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, production. Smelter. We're just going to make a line of these boys from there across. I really hope I'm not draining my power supply so badly doing all this that I'm going to just run out of power at any moment in the middle of all this shit. And yikes! Here, I can find out. Oh no, I can't because it's not connected yet. Let me connect it and see how my power drain is doing. If I run out of power now, holy shit, am I gonna have to make some serious fucking changes. Oh good, there's a power line here. Let me link it up like that. Okay, that's alternative pure aluminum ingot, all of these boys. Okay, and then let's hook them up. 7. Yeah. I think I'm actually full now. Let me start over here though, because I want to make sure I've got enough links before I fucking break it. Okay, you here, you there, you into the next merger. Alright, you here, you here, you into the next merger. Okay. Backwards, in, across, backwards, in, and if that's the last one, that will do exactly. Incredible. Amazing. And then let's feed in our supply. Ma'am, research complete. Yes, absolutely. We're going to go check that out. Okay, power. Right. Wait, what? How do I not have power? You're connected to that. Connected to that. Oh, fuck me. Stupid. Ah! That was not what I intended to do. Alright, they're all running, they're all green. Let's move them into the crate. too close. Okay, there they go. This is as fast as they produce aluminum using this new method. They only produce one at a time as opposed to the 4 that the other one produces, but all they need is scrap. And the thing is, I can build another fucking 50 of these. Problem is, these ones way down at the end are getting very little aluminum scrap. They only need 2. But it's not that the supply is low, it's that it takes a while to get sorted all the way down here. But you know what? That problem will fix itself, because once these clog up, more is going to come through this. And then once these clog up, which is going to happen eventually, it just 500, I think? Yeah, it takes a while. That'll clog up, and that'll clog up, and all the way down until the last one is finally getting a reasonable amount constantly. In fact, the fact that these 2 have already finished is probably good news for the rest. I could speed this process up a bit just to make sure. It just requires me to go back to the top level and grab some of that sweet scrap I've got going on there. I'm not gonna make it? Okay, I did. Whew, close. Alright, where is the scrap coming? Here it is. Alright, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. More than enough. Probably should have taken less, honestly. Ow. Didn't hit the brake quite soon enough. Okay. Let's make sure this actually happens. Full. 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 Wait, was that full? Nope. Now it's full. Now it's full. That one's full. And the last one. 2. Okay. So there they are. They become full. Over time would have happened anyway, but now I've sped the process up. So as much scrap as is not needed by the others is coming through here and funneling into these guys. If the numbers are going up, which they are slowly, yep, then we can safely let them go, and they'll fill up completely and stay that way. But I'm going to go ahead and speed that up as well by dumping our full loads in here. We just know that they won't ever empty. Alright, now. Sort. So there you go. We know that it will work permanently if the line coming in occasionally stops. Not even for a long time, but you see that little stuttering? Boom. That means everything is full. It's waiting on processing, and that backup goes all the way back to the big tank that hopefully is getting filled constantly. If it's not, which I don't think it is, I think we will eventually have this problem. This supply will run out eventually, and when that does, eventually these will all shut off. It'll take a long time, or at least they'll stop working at full speed. So I'm going to go ahead, because I have so much extra scrap here, and I definitely don't need it. I'll put some in my magic pooch, but I'm also going to just build a little box right there and cram some of the shit in it that I don't need, because I don't need that. Okay. Now, that's great and all, but I mean, this is a nice little boost. But you can tell, just by watching how many are coming in at once, this is not going to fix my problem completely. But we're going to run this from the tank here over to... It doesn't matter which of these. I'll put it on the bottom. A merger. And then for a couple of minutes... Yep, it's going to stutter in. It's going to fill the gaps there, making this an entirely full road. This is actually... Oh, okay, it's slowing down because merging it's getting tougher. It's not bad, though. If I want to speed it up even more, I could put another merger up top and run it from the second shelf to that. Now both of them will become loaded like that until that empties out fully, which it will. But for now, we're going to get a sudden boost of aluminum ingots. It's going to fill up all my needs. I'm going to be so full to the brim, bursting, you might say, with aluminium. And because of that... see, look, these... what I had before was enough to fill these up, because they take so long to produce the alclad aluminum sheeting. Oh, wow, this is actually filling up a lot. Okay. Well, that's okay. We're going to reconnect this. Shit. Too steep. Really? It was fine before. It was fine before! Genuinely, it okay. Oh my god, you're so fucking dumb. There. Literally, I deleted that. It was there originally. Whatever, it's fine. Alright. That burst of aluminum, combined with the backup that this didn't need, is now fully supplying these guys, so they are making casings constantly. Which is good, because I need a fuckload of casings. In fact, I need a lot more than it's able to produce right now. But I know if I build too many of these, it's going to shut down real quick. So I'm not sure I want to. Well, alright. It's going to eventually break. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy what I have. And head back to my master supply area. Where my final devices are being produced. I'm going to grab some of these sheets. Oh yeah. There, this is a lookout tower I built ages ago. So I could stand on it and look around. Look at this fucking mess! Look at this goddamn mess! I'm gonna go get some water while you admire this fiendish hellscape. This is why I want to start over. Oh, I'm so close to winning. Bailey, is your eye fine? What's wrong with your eye? Beans! Is that normal? I don't think it's normal. I think you got something in your eye, baby. Come here, Bailey! Closer. Without peeing on everything, so I'm not gonna do that. Fucking dog, man. It's insane. Yeah, it's madness. But weirdly, I know where most of the things go. I know most of what this shit does. Not all of it, by any means. And look, some of the conveyor belts are really, really slow. And others are, you know, super lightning fast. Alright, let's get over and look at what needs to be done next. I still have 2 things from Phase 4 that I'm not even producing. Like, I got 2 things that I'm kind of producing a little bit if things go well. But 2 I don't even have a production line yet for, and, ugh. I know that it's going to require me to do all of the things I just did just to get, like, one part of it working. So here we go. We've got the fucking aluminum casings. Not nearly enough. Like, this takes 50 just to produce 1 frame. Might as well pull those out, because that's not fucking helping. This shit over here, I need heat sinks to produce those. Yep, guess where heat sinks come from? They come from here, and they need copper sheets. Copper sheets! That's what we were working on almost 2 hours ago. I've fixed, or I hope I fixed the copper ingot supply problem. If I haven't, then I should probably continue to address that, because what the fuck, guys? Alright, so here is our copper sheet line. 2 things are going in it. Okay, it has copper. It's slightly boosted. The copper's not full, so we're probably running at about capacity. This one, however, is way over capacity. It has tons of ingots. Let's... yeah, what the fuck, let's boost it. All the way up. So why aren't you getting that many? It's the same fucking line. That one's got 100 and you got a few. Must just be that that one had a big supply to begin with, I guess? I don't know. Or, no, it's because this thing had 2 power shards, and that one had none. Gotcha. Okay, we don't want to put 3 in, then, because it will eventually drain it completely dry. I'm gonna help the little engine that could here. Boom. Alright. Tell you what. I could easily go up here to where I'm producing the ingots. Not enough to fill the line completely, clearly. And I could either boost them or make more of them. But I want to try something. Copper sheet. Yeah, I only have 1 recipe for that. There's another unlockable one. Alright. Let's go check out my, my hard drive that completed. Who knows? Maybe it'll be something I need. Alright, scanned hard drive. Alternate steel rods. I can use steel ingots to make the iron rods. Ooh, here we go. An alternate radio control system. Using oscillators, circuit boards, 60 aluminum casing, and rubber. To make 3 radio control circuits. An aluminum casing is going to be the choke point here. Everything else I produce at pretty rapid rates or have a huge stockpile of somewhere. But the steel rod is worthless. I could rescan. I'll take the alternate. I might find that useful. Alright, hard drive research commencing. Yep, see, I've unlocked everything except tier locked by phase 4. I have to unlock phase 4. Maybe there's something I need to do there at 9. I don't know. Feel like I'm getting close. I can make my own aluminum ingots here. Just do this. Idle here. And then I'm sure I can make aluminum casings from them, too. Oh, yeah. Look at all that. Alright. I have so much copper ore on me. Oh, I know why, because I had to delete conveyor belts that had copper already on them. The thing is, my copper ore is fully stocked. I don't have anything, any areas where it is not running at capacity. So, I should probably smelt more. These are all full. Okay, I guess more copper ingots needed. Production. Smelt. There is more to this game than just making copper ingots all the time. Oh, fuck. Alright, how do I gotta stand where I can see that it's lining up. Get that little blue indicator there. Oop, that was not close enough. Hold on. Just realized that it could be closer. Okay. All right. There we go. Alright, the ore is coming. I can fill in these guys while I, wait here. Boom. Alright. Perfect. I think I was worried earlier that there wouldn't be enough copper ore to fill all these smelters. Clearly there was more than enough. Now we're not quite doubling, but pretty close to doubling the output here. All of it's flowing into this same machine, and I like the look of this. It looks like it is backing up. So, that means we're getting more ingots now than our system can handle. Finally. What does that mean? That means I'm going to take that output over here, and I'm going to make some copper sheets that pump directly into our environment. So, let's start a little, like, bonus foundation here. Just to keep things out of the way of the rest of my system. Alright, and then I will create a simple splitter right here. Link the copper to that. Run it through 3 constructors. Perhaps I should do even more. I'm worried if I do more, there won't be enough copper. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, copper ingots being produced to handle it. Okay. Doesn't matter. Copper sheet. Copper sheet. Copper sheet. Connect. All 3. They are now working. Let's build some additional foundations. And then we want to merge it with the line below, but we need to merge them together as well. So let's do conveyor merger right in front. A stackable pipe. Oh, I can put it here. Excellent. Alright. The third one down is... wrong one. Where the copper comes in. Right there. We need to connect that to this. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Oh, did I put... I just put a splitter, not a merger. I need a merger. There we go. Ta-da! Copper sheets coming up. Alright, we're gonna get that initial burst, and then it's gonna slow to a crawl. But we've basically doubled the amount of copper sheets we're getting. Quite possibly more than doubled, because it looks like I'm getting almost nothing from down there now. I'm probably using copper sheets somewhere else in the base. Or they've completely shut off again. But the penis. Oh, there's one. Yep, the ingots have slowed down to a crawl. Damn it. Yeah, they're coming in here super fast. But they're all going that way. To be turned into copper powder, of course, because now this system is running again. It was backed up before. Okay. I assume. Maybe not. Alright, it's fine. What we need to do is make sure this is delivering as efficiently as possible. Okay. Speed up the number going in. That speeds up the number going out. I'd love to see if I can merge. No, it's too difficult to get them in there. It's a shame. This is going to my copper sheets, right? Because this goes up here, which connects to that splitter, which connects to that box. No, wait. Does it? Yes. Okay, it is. It's just going right through there. Yeah, I see it now. Oh no! Somebody that needs to be banned. A spammer. Alright. Well, look, it's not going to be perfect. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing my best here. These are already boosted to hell. I mean, we've got plenty of copper. It's just a matter of getting the ingots to where they need to be as quickly as they can get there. And, yeah, I can load this one. I'll do that. Whoosh. Alrighty. Let's go back up and see what I was working on that needs to be changed. Alright, look at that. Aluminum casing has filled up these radio control units. Yeah, I need to, like, supercharge the amount of copper sheets I'm getting. That's clearly my next problem. Need turbo motors. Those are being made over here. I have not yet linked up this to anything yet, though, because I need cooling systems, radio control units, motors, and rubber. I will just load in what I've got for those two. Rubber's easy. I'm already bringing it over here for something else. I will just run it in there. Piece of cake. Cooling systems. I'm already deploying those over here. I just need to create a splitter and run that into here. Alright. Radio control units and motors. Motors are easy. I'll just find one and link them up. Radio control units are coming out of these bad boys and are therefore a fucking nightmare. I may actually, now that I'm getting enough aluminum casings, speed these both up. Double their production. Okay. The RCUs are coming out of here. Merging with this. And being taken to this splitter where they're being split up here. One of them is good. Lots of radio control units, because I put them in there. We don't have any fused modular frames. That's because they're being built here, and they take a while. But now that we've got more aluminum casing, we'll speed that back up. Maybe I can get that back on track. You, however... Okay, they are getting there. I'm going to be taking a portion of those and running it way down here. Alright. And the last thing it needs is the motor. I know I've got motors, I just got to bring them over here from wherever they are currently not being used. What is happening? Rubber is out. We are not producing any rubber, basically. I'm going to have to go figure out what's going on there. that is a problem with my oil refinery area. Yeah, look, here's a fucking ton of circuit boards. I'm more than enough circuit boards to last forever. Plastic, lots of it. What did I come over here looking for? Motors. Motors. This here uses rubber and motors, which means the motors are coming in from somewhere, and that would be there. Here they are. We have a bajillion of them. Which means that I'm making more than I need. For obvious reasons. Oh my gosh, just fucking find something to shove in the doohickey. There we go. Okay. Great. So, let's take a completely empty export hole, giggity, from the motor, stockpile, and run it along. That's going to be a problem, actually, if I do that. Run it through there so it doesn't cut off my fucking ladder. It's gonna be hideous. Just coming through an entire building, but whatever, I don't give a shit. Alright, I'm gonna be using one of those, elevator thingies. Surface uneven, huh? How about that, buckaroo? Right, yeah. Too steep. Gonna blow! Making a nuclear pasta. All that for one piece that then goes off on the conveyor belt to my system. I'm almost done though, I've got 67. Once I get the 100, I'm shutting that bitch down. That thing is gonna get switched off, and it's going to back up all my systems, and I'll be producing way more stuff. Look how many of these fucking things I've got. I don't even know if I need that many to finish. I wish they would back up and stop. Alright, here is the output. Oop. Shit. There we go. Motors supplied. This thing should now... well, I need to hook it up to power, otherwise it won't even take what it needs. There we go. It should now have everything it needs. To make turbo motors. I'm producing these, I swear to God, somewhere else. Far, far away from where we are now. Because I had a bunch, so clearly I am. Am I even... Hold on. I think I'm sending them directly to here. Yeah, look. They're being processed directly here. So, good for me. Wherever they are, they're backed up enough that I can make them. But the only reason... Like, I can't do this manually. I can't be feeding these machines constantly, manually, forever. I can do a little bit. You know? And frankly... If I do this, right? and I just make a regular sized storage container. Right here. Those can go in here when they're done. I can put these all in here, right? And then there'll be a backlog. So I can dump them in here. To the point... Oh, see, now this has stopped. So I kind of... I'll take another 50, but I'll leave the last 7 in there. I might wind up needing them somewhere else. Alright, there you go. Fucking splendid. Now this is producing thermal propulsion rockets. That is one of the things that the space elevator needs. So every time that finishes one of these, I get closer to victory. Now, because it's the fused modular frames. I'm also stockpiling a shit ton of those. Now, I will go ahead and power this bitch up so that it makes them at 250% speed. And we are closer now than ever before. But still, so very far away. Alright, let's build some more foundations to work with. I'm gonna build it over here. Because it's time to move on to one of these other fucking parts. And I guarantee I'm gonna need 30 fucking factories, 80 million supply lines, and some shit that I'm barely making to make this work. Okay. Phase 4. How do I actually determine what that shit is? Can I, like, hover over it? No. No, I can't. But I bet it is all made in manufacturers, possibly. Of the no, none of this. Oh, automated wiring. Ooh, wait. No, that's part 5. Project part 5. Project part 8 is the thermal propulsion rocket. All right. Let me check this doohickey out. No, that doesn't make them either. Okay, well, if it's not the manufacturer, then it could either be the assembler or the refinery or something like that. So let's see what other buildings I've got that might work. Assembler. Ooh, this is it. The Assembly Director System. Extremely fast and precise computing system, blah, 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 blah. It uses those little things at the bottom. But it only needs those 2. So let's start by shooting it. No. Dumbass. Let's put those over here. We're gonna just do 1. Because that's probably all I will have the ability to fund for the end. Okay. Adaptive control unit and supercomputer. Great. The supercomputer. I bet it comes from a manufacturer. So we will... Actually, we're going to do that thing. We're going to do this. Haha. Oh, yes. Storage containers. One and 2. Okay. Let's just check here. Supercomputers, I've got 90 of them. I will take all of them out. They're going to go in here. And then adaptive control units, I've got 160 of. I'll put 100 in here. Okay. And then this is eventually going to go back to the space elevator. How fast do these work? Yep, pretty slow. That's what I expected. Alright, now we just need to make sure that... Oh no. Oh no! Ah! Oh shit! I told you this would happen! Fuck! My power is done. Oh, fuck. Shit. Bitch. 14% power. Consumption is 11.3k. Production is only 8. Max consumption, if everything was on, would be 22, and we have a battery that is draining rapidly. I don't even have fuel. I have some solid biofuel. Let me grab 2 of those, just to give it a little bit of a boost, but it's not going to be enough. I gotta go figure out, because I mentioned earlier something seemed to be wrong with my oil refinery. I gotta head over there, because that's the thing that's producing the most power for me right now, is my oil power plants, or my gas power plants. I warned you, didn't I, Dirty D? I said it was gonna happen. Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. No harm in taking a rest. I've been drinking plenty of water. It's 11:30. I'm gonna head to bed soon, but I want to find out what I've ruined. What horrible shit have I done? All these things are working smooth as silk, except the rubber. I gotta fix the rubber, and I think I'll probably wind up fixing both of these things at the same fucking time. Yoop. Because the rubber is made by the plants that process oil into refined oil, or whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, here we are. Crude oil into heavy oil residue. Okay, so this is full. It's not coming out. That's why these are running slowly. So... this here turns that into fuel. That is also not coming out. We've got plenty of fuel. In fact, I can probably grab that one. This one isn't, though. That one's full, but this one's not. A bit weird. That's okay. We're gonna put valves on these to make sure that the fuel flows the correct direction. Although I think this actually does want to go that way. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me check. Do you want to go this way, or am I producing fuel over here and I'm sending it the other direction? Liquid fuel buffer. Very nice. Producing fuel. Tell you what, can I produce a fuel-powered generator over here? Because I've got so much extra in this area, it makes no sense to funnel it through the already full-ass pipes. It's a geothermal vent, isn't it? It says geyser. Yeah, it's just that it's fucking overlapping shit. Fuck, well, I'm stuck in the water now. would be a great place for that, except that it's touching a dozen things. Alright, anyway, no connection. Oh, right, because you need to be connected to the power system in order to make power. Yeah, I'm aware that I have issues. Yep. We're officially down. Okay. This might be tough to get back working. Because I gotta make enough running fuel systems at once to overcome the massive deficit. Or I gotta run around shutting power systems off, which is another thing I might do. Okay, but I like how much fuel I got over here. I'd like to use it. Let's build a bunch of power plants. Anywhere we fucking can fit them. I feel like I might need to build some kind of fucking platform to do that. Get them here. Let's do this. Foundations. These things are big, so they need a lot of space. And I think these trees are going to get in the way, but I'm not sure. Alright, let's see if I can fit it there. Oh, actually, I have more than enough space. Okay. Two. Three. And I can't fit any here because they're not quite big enough. But if I extended it a bit more in this direction, I should be able to fit another line of them. See, I should be doing nuclear power, but I'm terrified to try. It's so much more complicated shit that I have no system for yet. Like, obviously, it would be the best thing to use, but I don't have the setup for it. I have no infrastructure to use the nuclear systems. So, I haven't been trying to make it. I have the technology, just not the fucking know-how. Okay, let's, that worked out really well. This is, like, perfectly spaced to do this shit. That did not click where I wanted it to. Obviously, I'll need a pump to get it up here. Pumps, of course, use electricity, so, you know, kind of creating an extra problem here, but... Alright. I know it's not going to turn back on because they don't have the fuel they need, so it's immediately just going to collapse. What can I do? There's something I can do. It's clever, but tricky, and a pain in my ass. Where is the power connection leaving this area? Because it doesn't cross over here. Oh, wait, there it is. Now, it may... there maybe power... It might be in a big loop, you know what I mean? But I'm going to try taking down that one pole. And see, it goes up there, probably connects over there at some point anyway. And seeing if I can reconnect it. Okay! I cut off a huge portion of my base from the power supply by taking out that one little power pole. Which is at least letting my system on this side run. So, if the pumps are able to push the fluid up there, these will all kick on and we'll be making a lot more power. They haven't yet. That has fuel. These are running. So why isn't it getting pushed up here? Is this pointing the wrong direction? Or... No, it's not. What the fuck? Alright, I got an idea. Fucking run! Hey, let me remove that. Alright, see, it was so close to this one that I guess it wasn't pushing the fuel far enough, but it is running here. Okay. I'm just going to put another pump here. I wouldn't have it pushing backwards, because that would have been real fucking dumb. Alright. These guys, however, are not connected to the power network either. Okay. Lastly, a battery. Okay. Because if I'm not storing power, as soon as I reconnect it, everything shuts right back off. The power draw far exceeds what I'm producing. I don't have any battery left to fill the gap, and it just goes right down. So let's get this up to like 10% or something. Which could take a while. I mean, in an hour, it'll be at 100%. And then we'll reconnect it and see how bad the power draw is and how many more of these fucking plants I'm going to need to make. Now, certainly it doesn't help that I'm producing stuff. However, any plants that aren't working because I've shut down the power to them aren't going to use the stuff I'm producing, so I'm actually going to make a big backlog. Oh, shit. Here's more cables. But I'm now producing lots of those and sending them directly into the void space. Alrighty. Well, this guy here is connected to the working mainframe. We're at 4%. I should reconnect it at like 5%, right? Just to see how fast it goes dead. I'll do it now. Okay. It was from here to here. And then that to that. And we're draining, and we'll be dead in 2 minutes. Production is 10.8. Consumption is 11.2. We're very close. We're very close. At some points, even, consumption drops below, and we're actually charging. So let's take that down. Yep, I know, the rest of the power grid will shut down. Let's make sure all of our gas power plants over here are correctly charging. Because if they're not running, then I could easily, you know, fix it by connecting them. Another thing I could do is overclock them, throw a couple power shards in each one. Empty. Why? I think it's an overflow buffer. Oh, wait. This... Oh, empty canisters. Yeah, I gotta take those away. They're supposed to be recycled. But they might be being made here, and I don't think I need to make them. Turn you off. Because this is full of fuel. Stored fuel. Which I was using for jetpack, but now I use turbo fuel. Which I also make over here. I wonder if turbo fuel can be used in the power plants. I bet it can. But I was using it specifically to get packaged turbo fuel. What if, for fun, I'm missing quick wire. I must not have that ported directly. Son of a bitch, now I gotta go back across. Okay, let's take a look at the power supply first, see how many minutes I can get before the whole thing shuts down again. 9%. Eh. Eh. Ooh. It's not gonna be much. Let's just take the tube. I just realized the other end of the tube is going to be unpowered. Alright, what did I say you needed? Something I was supposed to be getting over here. Can't remember what the fuck it was. Oh, quick wire. Yeah, okay, I know where I can get some. Like, if I just follow this ore here, I'll find it. I think I'm making some of this little side factory that I've got built here. I bet I've got a huge backlog of it, too. Nope. No, I do not. I have some, but not a huge amount. I'll just take all of that from this. 500 is more than enough. Huh. Wild. Yeah, this thing here, this whole factory produces supercomputers, which I fucking need. Does it make a bunch? It does. Great. So I should run this over to my final factory production area. And I will, I'm just not going to do it yet, because I got more important things, like restoring power. But I'm going to move it over here so I can find it easier and remember to get on that shit. Okay. Fuck you, buddy. Oh my god. Stop it! I just want to stand here. Okay. Let me guess. Too fucking close. Yep. Fuck. There. Alright. I'll get that later. I got what I came for, which was the wire. I'll be able to link up those supercomputers that I was producing specifically for late game shit, because I knew I would need them. So I had a whole factory, and its whole purpose is just to make supercomputers and make lots of them. And by lots, I mean, you know, 2 every minute. Or whatever. And it works. And now I need them. And I'm glad that I did that. Forethought. Swoop. Oh, fuck. The power's off for that. Yeah. Okay. This is all just so I can build 1 or 2 power plants and hook them up to the turbo fuel and see if that gives me more power. So a regular fuel-generated power plant with regular orange-colored fuel produces 250 watts. Or joules, or whatever the fuck system they're using. Seems to be working. Oh! I bet it uses less of the fuel to make the same amount of energy. So, 7.5 square meters, or cubic meters, sorry, versus 20. Yeah, so it more than doubles the efficiency. Of course, you have to, you know, turn it into the turbo fuel first via this refinery. But it makes 65 per minute. 6 cubic meters. Not 65, 56. But you need coal and fuel to do that. I mean, hey, it works. I've got a ton of this turbo fuel. But, it's fine. Alright. We're now producing 8.7. We're at 18% battery. Oh, I'm out of rubber. I really ought to build the nuclear power plant. I can build it. I just don't know how to fucking use it. Produces nuclear waste, which is extracted via the conveyor belt output. Always generates power at the set clock speed. Shuts down if fuel requirements are not met. Consumes nuclear fuel rods and water to produce electricity for the power grid. It creates 2,500 megawatts, which is 10 times what one of these fuel-powered ones does. Ugh. Alright. It is almost bedtime. I should wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up by reconnecting my power. maybe I will look into... It's going to be so much time and effort to build this thing when I could just build 10 more fuels fucking generators and connect them to the current fuel lines, which are quite efficient and working well. But right now it's actually charging. We're making 12,000 megawatts and only using 11,000. I just barely, I mean, sometimes it fluctuates under, but like, I just barely produced enough that we're kind of in the green. 1.21 gigawatts, Dirty D. That's how many. It's a lot, but it's what we need. All right. I'm sure I could find some stuff I could shut down that is just being wasted. I could tell you right now where there's some shit being wasted. It's right here. And it's rubber, no less. Ugh. This thing here produces tickets, and I use those tickets to buy mostly cosmetic upgrades. So I definitely don't need to be burning through my precious little rubber to get that. Alright, what I'm going to do to speed up the rubber production, because I bet these guys are getting shut down, aren't they? Oh, that's plastic. Here we go. No, they're not. They're working full strength. Okay, well, fuck it then. If they're all working full strength, I'm not going to mess with it. The rubber will eventually back up again, or I'll have to make more. I don't know. But now more of it's going through. Okay, stop. Quick game. Save. I don't feel like I did very much, and I spent over 2 hours working on it. I guess I did. And I found that we have supercomputers that I need to bring to the main construction site for those whatever the fucks I need. Look, the supercomputer is almost there. Like, if I just link that shit up, it's producing several of them per tick. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys probably on Tuesday. Oh, fuck, probably not. I have to work so late Monday and Tuesday that I doubt I'll be, like, able to even come home and play with Haley, let alone be in the mood to do so, because I'll be exhausted. So, anyway, I'll see you when I see you. That's just how it is. At least I'm still doing it. It had crossed my mind more than once in the last 3 or 4 months to just be like, show's over, I'm done streaming, it's been fun, it's been real, but I'm still doing it for now. Maybe that'll change, but I'm not gonna make any predictions. You know, things might get easier in a couple of years, and then what? Then I want to do this. Have fun. But anyone who is a regular on the channel who has Satisfactory and is interested in like doing some co-op Satisfactory, let me know. Maybe I'll be able to set something up once I finally finish. I want to finish the game solo first before I do weird shit messing up other people's factories. So anyway, have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you all. Hell yeah, next time.
Thanks for watching Doctrzombie.